It started snowing and you were gone. It started snowing and you were gone. The morning came in quiet white, no warning, no delay. The world erased its edge as if I waited for a final word, a sign, a last reply. But snow just fell between my hands and taught me how to cry. Some endings don't announce themselves. This is snowfall without goodbye. No closure, no last sound, just love dissolving into air and landing on the ground. This is snowfall without cold, gentle, slow, the kind of ending you don't chase, the kind you learn to know. I searched the streets for footprints first, but snow had covered them, as if the world decided this was where it ends. No anger left to hold my breath, no words to rearrange. It's quiet falling inward, and me learning how to take. If winter takes, it also teaches. This is snowfall without goodbye. And still I stand somehow. I didn't lose my faith in love, I only lost the now. This is snowfall without goodbye. Maybe that's okay. Some love is meant to leave like snow and melt another day. When spring arrives, I won't be bitter. I'll thank the cold I knew. It taught my heart resilience and how to start anew. This is snowfall without goodbye, but not without a lesson learned. I carry warmth inside my chest for everything that burned. Is it snowfall without, but not without a lesson learned? I carry warmth inside my chest for everything that burned. Mornings slip through half-closed blind. The world is quiet, almost kind. I wake up holding nothing now, but somehow I'm still doing fine. The floor is cold, the air is thin, yet something warm still calls my name. Not from the past, not from your lips, but from the way I learned to stay. I thought I needed someone else to hold me when I fall apart, but lately I've been learning how to place my own hands on my heart. These are the hands that keep me safe, even when I shake inside. They've learned the weight of lonely nights, they've learned how not to hide. These are the keep me safe, gentle, steady, learning grace. I may be alone, but I am held in every breath I take. I used to search for comfort in a voice that wasn't mine. I mistook love for rescue and silence for a sign. Until then, I promise this, I won't abandon me. I'll sit beside my breaking parts and stay patiently. These are the hands that keep me safe through every unlit room. They hold the girl I used to be. They make her space to bloom. These are the hands that keep me safe, steady through the ache. I am enough, I am still here, with every breath I take. These are the hands that keep me safe. Stay out there. These are the hands that keep me safe. These are the hands that keep me safe. Stay out there. These are the hands that keep me safe. I am awake. I am awake. I am awake. I still walk the same road alone. I still walk the same road alone. The sidewalk knows my rhythm still, but something's out of place. There used to be another sound that matched my walking pace. I count the cracks, I slow my steps, as if you'll catch me soon. But all I hear is winter air and echoes of too soon. Love leaves behind a shape of sound. These are the footsteps missing beside me, the space where you should be. Every path feels twice as long without your pace with me. These are the footsteps missing beside me. I feel them even now. Absence makes a louder noise than love that learned to bow. I reach for jokes you would have made, the comments you repeat, the way you squeeze my hand twice before crossing any street. I smile alone and nothing much, then quickly look away, because missing you still feels like a debt I have to pay. If love could walk me home again. These are the footsteps missing beside me, the space where you should be. Every path feels twice as long without your pace with me. These are the footsteps missing beside me. They follow when I run. I didn't lose my way with you, I just lost someone. One day I'll walk without comparing. One day my feet will trust that not our roads are meant for two. So teach us how to dust the memory without erasing what mattered deep inside. You were my favorite rhythm once, and that will never die. These are the footsteps missing beside me, but I am learning to walk with strength, not bitterness, and carry love, not you. These are the footsteps missing beside me, but I am learning to walk with strength, not bitterness, and carry love, not you. Soft night, soft light, I'm here. Soft night, soft light, I'm here. A lantern by the window glows like someone waiting to be found, and I wrap my hands around a cup to keep my thoughts from falling down. Outside the wind moves so slow, and inside I breathe your name again. Not loud enough to break the dark, just quiet like a second skin. If love is warmth, then let it stay. And when the world feels far away, stay in this warm lantern windows, in the place my heart still knows. Even if the night is heavy, I will hold a gentle hope. Stay in this warm lantern window, where my tears turn soft and slow. I'm learning how to heal in silence. I'm learning how to let love glow. I used to chase the perfect word, the kind that make a hurting end. But some goodbyes don't come in lines, they come like weather, then they bend. So I forgive the empty chair, I bless the space you used to keep. And on the nights I miss you most, I try to choose a kind of sleep. If time is cruel, I won't be. I'll be the calm you left in me. Stay in the warm lantern windows, in the place my heart still knows. Even if the night is heavy, I will hold a gentle hope. Stay in this warm lantern window, where my tears turn soft and slow. I'm learning how to heal in silence. I'm learning how to let love glow. One day I'll smile without a bruise. One day the ache will feel like gold. A proof I loved, a proof I lived, a story brave enough to hold. And if your memory visits me, I won't collapse, I won't run away. I whisper thank you for the love, then let the morning have its say. Stay in this warm lantern window, in the place my heart still knows. Even if the night is heavy, I will hold a gentle hope. Stay in this warm lantern window, where my tears turn soft and slow. I'm learning how to heal in silence. I'm learning how to let love roll. Stay in this warm lantern window, let love grow. Stay in this warm lantern window, let love grow. Stay in this warm lantern window, let love grow. Stay in this warm lantern window. So folded every word with care, like it might break if seen. The ink was soft, my hands were slow, afraid of what it means. I wrote about the quiet nights, the space you used to fill. How silence learned my breathing first, how time refuses still. Some letters are not meant to leave, they're meant to stay and heal. This is the last letter never said, the truth I held instead of you. I sealed it with my trembling heart and learned what love can do. This is the last letter never sent, not anger, I tried to burn the pages once, but fire wouldn't stay. The words just floated in the air and softly found their way back to the place behind my ribs, where your name still gently sleeps. Not as a wound that bleeds too loud, but something memory keeps. If loving you was unfinished, then let it end as grace. This is the last letter never sent, the truth I haven't said to you. I sealed it with my trembling heart and learned what love can do. This is the last letter never sent. No blame, no last defense, just proof that I was brave enough to love without a sentence. One day I'll read it without tears. One day it won't feel new. And when that day finally arrives, I'll thank the girl who knew that silence can be kinder than words that come too late. Some love is meant to be released, not begged to stay. This is the last letter never sent, but not the last goodbye. I keep the love, I lose the pain, and let the rest pass by. This is the last letter never sent, and now I let it rest. This is the last letter never sent, and now I let it rest. Hush fly, still burning. A small light, still burning. The candle shakes when the wind arrives, but it refuses to go out. And I feel something in my chest that understands what this is about. I've learned the art of staying still when everything begins to sway. Not every tremble means collapse. Some hearts are built to stay. I'm not unbroken, just alive. Still, she's mine. The candle wavers, my heart stays, even through the longest night. I bend, I shake, I almost fall, but love is stronger than my fear. The candle wavers, my heart stays, learning warmth in fragile ways. I don't need to be unshaken to believe I'll be okay. I used to think that strength was loud, a promise shouted through the pain. Now I see it's softer than that light breathing through the rain. I hold the truth with gentler hands. I stop demanding perfect days. Some hope survive by learning how to glow in quieter ways. If faith is light that softly lasts, then this is mine. The candle wavers, my heart stays, even through the longest nights. I bend, I shake, I almost fall, but love is stronger than my fear. The candle wavers, my heart stays, learning warmth past the cracks that let light in, the moments I thought I'd break. They taught me how to hold myself with patience I didn't fake. I don't rush the healing now, I let it flicker, let it sway. As long as there is one small flame, I'll find my way. The candle wavers, my heart stays, and that is enough today. The candle wavers, my heart stays, and that is enough today. Steam rising from a porcelain cup. Your name drifts up the same way. Not loud enough to hurt my chest, just present like a memory stay. I sit with silence, not alone. It keeps me company tonight, and every thought moves slow and warm, wrapped in amber light. Some names don't fade, they soften first. Tears steam at your name, floating through my afternoon, not calling me back to bed, just reminding me I loved you. Tears steam at your name, no sharp edges left to blame, only warmth, only grace, only time lighting my face. I used to cry when I was past, now I let them drift away. The heart gets tired of breaking down and wants a quieter way. I don't ask where you are now, I hope you're breathing fine. And if you ever think of me, I hope it feels like mine. Tears steam at your name, I let it rise, I let it fade. Some love stays as temperature, not fire, not cold, just there. Tears steam at your name, I'm okay, I'm okay. Tears steam at your name, I'm okay, I'm okay. Tears steam at your name, I'm okay, I'm okay. A photograph of silence in my hands, no sound but it still speaks. Your name, your smile is frozen in a softer time, and I'm the one who stays the same. I trace the edges where we used to be. The light is gone, the frame is worn. I keep a whole life in a single breath and hold it close through every storm. A photograph without a smile, but not without a face. It caught the truth between two blanks, a moment, time misplaced. Your eyes were saying something then I couldn't hear out loud. Now silence speaks it perfectly whenever you're around. Some pictures hold the unsaid. This is a photograph of silence, louder than goodbye. Every word we didn't say still stares me in the eye. This is a photograph of silence, framed in memory, proof that love was real enough to end quietly. I trace the edge with careful hands as if it might reply, but photographs don't answer back. They only testify that we were there, that we were true, that something once was warm, even if it didn't last to take another form. If silence is a language, this is a photograph of silence. I keep it by my bed. It doesn't haunt, it doesn't hurt. It simply nods its head. This is a photograph of silence, not empty, not unkind. It's love that learned to let me go without rewinding time. One day I'll look and only smile, no weight behind my chest, because some loves don't need a sound to prove they did their best. This is a photograph of silence, and now I understand. Not every love was meant to stay, but all were meant to lend. This is a photograph of silence, and now I understand. This is a photograph of silence, and now I understand. Not every love was meant to stay, but all were meant to lend. This is a photograph of silence, and now I understand. Not every love was meant to stay, but all were meant to lend. Not every love was meant to stay. I thought the dark had chosen me. The morning forgot my name. Every window felt like distance. Every hope felt out of frame. But somewhere past the quiet, past the ache I couldn't mend, the sky remembered how to open, and the light found me again. I didn't chase it, didn't call, it came on its own. Sunrise finds me again after nights that felt too long. I didn't fix my whole life, I just stayed until the song. Sunrise finds me again, not because I'm finally brave, but because I kept on living through every shadow I survived. I used to think hope needed proof, something loud, something clear, but it moves like quiet color through the edges of my fear. And even when I don't believe it, even when my hands still shake, the day keeps offering a doorway, asking nothing back. I don't need to understand, I just need to stay. Sunrise finds me again, after nights that felt too long. I didn't fix my whole life, I just stayed until the song. Sunrise finds me again, soft as breath against my skin. I'm still here, and that is something. That is how I win. Maybe tomorrow isn't perfect, maybe pain still knows my face, but light keeps showing up for me, and that is grace. Sunrise finds me again, and this time I let it stay. Sunrise finds me again, and this time I let it stay. Heart learns to bloom, I kept my heart in folded places, afraid of what it might reveal. Every feeling measured carefully, every joy reduced to something sealed. But nothing living stays unopened, nothing grows behind a wall. Even flowers break the silence when the season calls. I'm tired of surviving small. My heart learns to bloom, slowly, clumsily, unsure. I don't bloom because I'm ready, I bloom because I endure. My heart learns to bloom after winters I outgrew. I'm not fearless, I'm just willing to feel something new. I thought love meant losing balance, meant forgetting who I was, but loving doesn't steal your center, it reminds you what you are. So I water what feels fragile, I protect what wants to rise, and I stop calling myself broken for being alive. Growth doesn't ask permission. My heart learns to bloom, even with its shaking hands. I don't need to bloom perfectly, I just need to stand. My heart learns to bloom, not in spite of what I've been, but because I kept on breathing through everything. If petals fall, I'll still be here, rooted deeper than before. My heart learns to bloom, and that is worth living for. My heart learns to bloom, and that is worth living for. Cold air, slow breath, cold air, slow breath. Morning comes with folded light, I pull a sweater from the chair. It still smells faintly like last year, like you once brushed against the air. The world is quiet, not in pain, just learning how to move again. And I walk softer than before, as if my heart might tear. Some seasons don't arrive with sound, they wrap you gently, then stay around. This is my soft sweater season, where I learned to be okay, wearing warmth I didn't know I was allowed to keep this way. This is my soft sweater season, not forgetting, just not afraid. I'm choosing comfort over breaking, I'm choosing to remain. I stopped asking why it ended, stopped replaying every line. Some love is only meant to teach, not meant to stay your whole lifetime. So I fold the past with care, place it neatly in a drawer. It doesn't hurt the way it did, it doesn't rule me anymore. If healing is a quiet art, I'll practice gently with my heart. This is my soft sweater season, where I learned to be okay, wearing warmth I didn't know I was allowed to keep this way. This is my soft sweater season, not forgetting, just not afraid. I'm choosing comfort over breaking, I'm choosing to remain. Maybe love was never lost, maybe it just changes form, from holding hands in crowded rooms to holding myself warm. This is my soft sweater season, and I'm finally learning how to live without the sharpest stake, to breathe, to stand, to bow. This is my soft sweater, safe now, safe now, safe. This is my soft sweater season, safe now, safe now. The moments of joy, the seasons of sorrow. Now as I remember them, every one of them glows as a beautiful memory. The room still breathes the way you did, soft corners, quiet air. Your shadow lives in afternoon light that lands upon the chair. I haven't changed a single thing, as if you'll walk back in, but time keeps placing dust on love. Some rooms refuse to forget. This is the room that still remembers every laugh, every sigh. Even silence wears your shape when no one's passing by. This is the room that still remembers, though you don't live here now. Love doesn't leave when people do, it just learns when and how. I hear you in the midnight floor, a creak I almost know. My heart reacts before my mind can tell me no. I sit and talk to empty space, then laugh at what I've done. But rooms don't judge, they simply keep the truth of If walls could speak, they'd say your name. This is the room that still remembers even after you're gone. Some memories don't fade with light, they wait until the dawn. This is the room that still remembers, and maybe so do I. But now I'm learning how to stay without asking why. One day I'll open every window, let new air move through pain, and thank the room for holding us before I rearrange. This is the room that still remembers, but now it lets me breathe. I take the love, I leave the ache, and gently learn to leave. This is the room that still remembers, but now it lets me breathe. I take the love, I leave the ache, and gently learn to leave. Still not listening, still not listening. I call your name inside my chest, but it never leaves my lips. The sound dissolves before it flies, like breath against a winter glass. I practice words I'll never say, they line up softly in my mind. But every time I open up to mine, some distances are not in my arms. They live between two hearts. You're the voice I cannot reach, still echoing inside of me. Even silence knows your tone, even loneliness feels unknown. I don't chase you anymore, I don't beg the past to stay, but I still hear you every time. The world grows quiet at the end of day. At the end of day. I learned to speak in smaller ways, to name the ache and let it breathe, to sit beside the unanswered calls and not demand what's meant to be. There were nights I broke apart, counting reasons, counting blame. Now I just let the memory come, say hello, say your name. If love could turn to air and sound, it would still find me here. You're the voice I cannot reach, still echoing inside of me. Even silence knows your tone, even loneliness feels unknown. I don't chase you anymore, I don't beg the past to stay, but I still hear you every time. The world grows quiet at the end of day. Maybe some love is meant to stay. It's something softer than a scar, not holding hands, not making plans, just proof of who we really are. If I never hear you speak again, I'll carry what you taught my heart, how to love without possession, how to break and not fall apart. You're the voice I cannot reach, but you shape the best in me. And if time asks who I became, I'll say your echo showed the way. You're the voice I cannot reach, but you shape the best in me. And if time asks who I became, I'll say your echo showed I'm listening. Even lazy to wait on me, but no, the way you used to do, the way you used to do. It feels like being gently held by something patient, something true. The shadows learn to rest, and I pull calm around my bones like a promise kept. This is a blanket of quiet light, covering what I survived, not erasing the past. I live just blanket of quiet. I don't rush the morning anymore. I let the light find me. I stopped demanding certainty from things I cannot see. I place my feet inside today. Not far, not long ahead. And I remember how to tread the ground beneath my breath. I am still here, and that is enough. I'm breathing into tomorrow, not running, not afraid. I carry what I've learned so far, and let the rest be faith. I'm breathing into tomorrow with a heart that's been through pain. I don't know how the story ends, but I'm here to write the page. I bless the days I couldn't move, the nights I barely tried. They taught me how to be with myself when there was nowhere else to hide. still to believe. If tomorrow needs my courage, I will meet it slow. I'm breathing into tomorrow, not running out of rain. I carry what I've learned so far and let the rest be faith. I'm breathing into tomorrow with a heart that's been through pain. I don't know how the story ends, but I'm here to write the page. And if I stumble, I won't quit. I'll pause, then rise again, because surviving taught me this: I'm stronger than I've been. I'm breathing into tomorrow, and I'm still here. I'm breathing into tomorrow, and I'm still here. Cold hands, new morning. Cold hands, new morning. After tears, after winter, something shifts beneath the ground. Roots that waited in the dark started listening for sound. I didn't know I was still growing while everything felt still. But pain is season like the earth, and time obeys its will. I don't rush the thaw, I let the cold say goodbye. After tears, after winter, I can feel my heart again. Not the same, but still beating, still believing in the end. I don't need the sun to promise, I don't need the sky to say. After tears, after winter, life remembers how to stay. Grief like summer clothes. I learned that even frozen soil is only resting, not closed. There were days I held my breath, afraid of hoping once more. Now I open windows slowly and let the light touch the floor. If healing comes in silent steps, I'll walk with it. Still beating, still believing in the end. I don't need the sun to promise, I don't need the sky to say. After tears, after winter, life remembers how to stay. Maybe joy arrives unfinished, maybe hope comes with a bruise. But I am done apologizing for the life I choose. I've earned the right to bloom again. In my time, in my way. After tears, yesterday. Hope it doesn't knock the way it used to. It doesn't shout or make a scene. It comes like breath I didn't notice until I realized I could breathe. It hides inside the simplest things, a cup of tea, a slower pace. The way my name sounds kinda now, inside my own embrace. Stopped waiting for a sign. I started noticing. Hope returns in small ways, not all at once, not loud or fast. It learns my shape, it takes its time. It doesn't ask about the past. Hope returns in small ways, like a light that knows where I've been. It doesn't fix me, it just stays, and that's how healing begins. I used to think I missed my chance, but all the best was left behind. Now I see the future waiting with a softer kind of smile. I don't force my heart to trust, I let it open inch by inch. Some doors are meant to take a while, some fears are meant to flinch. If hope is something learned again, then I am learning. Hope returns in small ways, not all at once, not loud or fast. It learns my shape, it takes time. It doesn't ask about the past. Hope returns in small ways, like a light that knows where I've been. It doesn't fix me, it just stays, and that's how healing begins. One day I'll laugh without checking if it's allowed to last. One day my heart will rest inside the present, not the past. Until then, honor every step, no matter how it seems. Hope returns in small ways, and I let it stay. Hope returns in small ways, and I let it stay. I try to rush the broken hours, pretend the cracks would disappear. But every wound has its own season, every heart needs room to breathe in fear. I blame myself for moving slowly, for still feeling yesterday. But healing doesn't answer shouting, it listens when I stay. I'm learning not to force the light, not every dark is wrong. Healing takes gentle time, soft steps, not a race to win. don't need to be fearless, I just need to let love in. Healing takes gentle time, like dawn that doesn't shout or rush. I'm not broken for still aching, I'm a human learning trust. Some nights I still replay your silence like it owes me an explanation, but answers don't undo the damage, they just circle the same pain. So I sit with what is honest, with the tears I try to hide, and I tell my heart you're not behind, you're still alive. If scars could speak, they'd say I stay. Healing takes gentle time, soft steps, not a race to win. I don't need to be fearless, I just need to let love in. Healing takes gentle time, and I'm done pretending I'm strong. I'm brave enough to keep breathing, even when it takes long. One day this weight will feel like wisdom, not a chain around my chest. And I'll thank the days I moved slowly for teaching me how to rest. Healing takes gentle time, and tonight that's enough for me. I'm not late, I'm not failing, I'm becoming who I need to be. Healing takes gentle time, and tonight that's enough for me. I'm not late, I'm not failing, I'm becoming who I need to be. Thought the dark had chosen me that morning for quite a name. Every window felt like distant, every hope felt out of frame. But somewhere past the quiet hours, past the ache I couldn't mend, the sky remembered how to open, and the light found me again. I didn't cheat, it didn't color, it came on its own. Sunrise finds me after nights that felt too long. I didn't fix my whole life, I just stayed until the song. Sunrise finds me again, not because I'm finally brave, but because I kept on living through every shadow I survived. I used to think hope needed proof, something loud, something clear, but it moves like quiet color through the edges of my fear. And even when I don't believe it, even when my hands still shake, the day keeps offering a doorway, asking nothing back. I don't need to understand Maybe pain still knows my face, but light keeps showing up for me. That is grace. Sunrise finds me again, and this time I let it stay. Sunrise finds me again, and this time I let it stay. There are loves that end in silence, but don't disappear at all. They become the way I listen, they become the way I fall. Not apart but into meaning, into patience, into care, into noticing the cold ones and leaving warmth there. I don't need you back to keep the good. I carry one forward from the days you stood beside me. What we were didn't vanish, it just changed inside me. I carry one forward like a coat I learned to sew. I'm not colder from the losing, I'm warmer than you know. I forgive the ending gently, not because it didn't hurt, but because I don't want bitterness to be the lesson that I learned. Every love that taught me kindness left a mark that still remains, and I choose to walk ahead with it, not against it. Some things don't need to stay to stay. I carry warm forward through the unfamiliar days. I don't live inside the past now, but I honor what it gave. I carry warm forward, and I give it when I can. That's how love keeps existing in who I am. If I loved once, I can love again. Differently, but true. I carry one forward, and it carries me too. I carry one forward, and it carries me too. I searched for rooms that felt like safety, for voices promised they would stay. But the world kept softly shifting, every ground beneath my days. So I learned to face the silence, to hear my heartbeat carry on. And somewhere between breath and memory, I slowly shaped a song. Now every home has walls to hold you, some are built inside the sound. I found a home inside my soul, where my truth is never pressed. every tone forgives my fear. This melody never hurries. It just stays and listens here. And even when